What's up, everyone? Lord Ryujin here. So, apologize for the week without a video thing. There just hasn't really been anything that I have felt it's that worthy of talking about. But this week I decided that I wanted to get a lot of stuff off my chest regarding Next Generation. So, if you'll bear with me, you're welcome to take the journey along with me. So, what this video is about, more or less, is my thoughts about the rumors of Next Generation as well as expectations for Next Generation. So let's knock each one of them out. The first thing that I've been hearing is that, Microsoft or Sony, whichever one, is planning to ban used games. Now, let me tell you, I believe that that is a bunch of crock, and here is why. This is something that has been going around for years, talking about, I think, probably back since PlayStation 2 or 1 or something like that, this isn't going to allow for used games, because let's face it, we've had the technology to block this kind of stuff for a long time. But I think that even though Microsoft and Sony would love the idea of being able to block used games to where that way they get more developers to make games for their systems because they know that they'll have to buy it brand new. They know, at least I'm pretty sure that they know what kind of consequences are going to come with that. I'm pretty sure that they are more than aware that that means that no one's going to buy their game new, because that means that someone like me, who might be on the fence about a game, but maybe I want to borrow it from somebody, and yeah, you're right. You know, because let's face it, I wouldn't have gotten into Portal if a friend didn't bring over their copy of Portal 2 and we played the co-op campaign together for just a couple of missions. Now I like Portal, and I went off and I bought my own copy of Portal 2 because of that kind of infrastructure. If that wasn't available anymore, then I'd be like, well, I'm on the fence about Portal, so I guess I'm not going to get it because I can't try it. All I have to go on is this demo, and this demo doesn't really tell me a lot. So I don't think that that's going to happen. The idea that it's going to be, online needed is something that kind of already happens. I mean, if you look at your Xbox 360 or your PlayStation, it automatically logs you in to your Xbox Live account, and it shows that you're online. Even if you're playing a single player campaign, it tells your friends what you're doing right then and there. If you're watching Netflix, if you're in Xbox Video, if you're in the music player, if you're in, a campaign, it tells you. So I believe that it's going to continue to do that. I don't know if having it require internet connection just to play a single player game is necessarily what they mean by that rumor. Only because I think that would be silly. There are some people who don't exactly have the best internet options. They either have no internet options, or where they live only has dial-up, or they have, they don't have exactly the fastest internet available to them. And because of this, I'm included in that genre. I mean, let's face it, I don't exactly have the best internet where I'm at right now because of the limitations of the provider. But when they do get faster internet, I will be going up to it. But the fact of the matter is that that would limit those people who maybe live out in the boondocks somewhere and don't have internet options, only have dial-up, and are only capable of getting online every now and then to maybe download a patch or something, and then they stick strictly to the solo campaign. I don't really think that that is going to be a wise option either, and I'm pretty sure that they're aware of it. I mean, this is one of the main reasons why people like Nintendo have even come out and stated that they weren't going to make their Wii U be 3D capable because 3D televisions are not widely available to people now. So while it's nice that, Sony and Microsoft are offering 3D capable games, it's not exactly something that's widely available yet to people. I mean, let's face it, you can't exactly do like you can with a DVD player and walk into a Walmart and buy it for 20 bucks. I mean, 3D televisions and 3D technology, it's still kind of expensive, and so while it works on a portable like the 3DS, it's not wise to do things like that for a console. And so that's the reason why I feel that making the system internet all the time, you have to have a constant internet connection, is not going to happen, because I'm sure that they're aware that most people can't always have an internet connection, either because of weather or because of the availability in their area, or just simply because internet is not available to everybody at all times, and so it's not wise to do that. As far as things like Kinect coming into the system, this is something that I actually want to see, and this is going into the expectations area of next generations. So while I don't think that any of the rumors that we've been hearing are necessarily true, here's what I would expect from next generation consoles. Because I went over this in a previous video, build this stuff in from the beginning. I'm dead serious about this, people. I mean, think about it. Kinect isn't exactly the best technology, but if they improved on it, made the voice recognition better, and made it to where it can recognize gestures a whole lot better, then yeah, go ahead and build it into your next Xbox. Don't make it towards a separate peripheral like it is now. Build it in. That way, I'm able to say, that way I'm able to cut the system off. I'm able to say things, and I don't have to worry about going off and buying an extra peripheral to do it and having shelf space taken up. It's right there on the system. So if the system's right there, right below my television, it's automatically going to be able to see me, hear me, and do all this stuff. I think it would be really great, especially if you can knock the price down significantly with it being included. And then imagine the stuff that you can do. I mean, imagine how you can easily do things like what the Wii U is offering without having to use a touchpad or anything like what the Wii U offers. You can easily bring something like Windows 8 over to the next Xbox, because Windows 8 is designed for touch. Well, Kinect happens to be touch. You wave your hand and you move it and you swipe it and all this stuff. So your TV essentially becomes the touch screen, and you're able to do that because it's automatically integrated into the next Xbox. The same thing with Move. I've been hearing that they're planning to do something different, and that they're making a hybrid controller. I went over this in a previous video also, about how I think the idea of a hybrid controller would be great, because you can separate it, put a touch screen in it, put a keyboard in it, put all kinds of stuff in it to really customize it to what you like. And I think that is definitely a good idea for Sony. They need to make the Move their controller. They need to focus on the idea of doing something different than just using this controller that they've been using pretty much ever since they got into the market, over and over and over again, and just try to rehash it. Like, well, now it has a PlayStation button, now it has a Rumble button in it, or whatever. As far as other expectations, I would like to see a unified market, and what I mean by that is something that the PSP kind of touched on, and how when you connected to the shop, it was the same PlayStation store that the PS3 went to, and it's sort of the same store that the Vita goes to. I'd love to see that on a universal front, that the 3DS updates itself to have the same market look as the Wii U offers, and have the same fluidity, and to just sort of sync itself together to where if I'm on my 3DS, at a local hotspot or something, and I'm just connected there, I can just go to the store and start downloading something to my Wii U. I would love to see stuff like that, or vice versa. Maybe I'm on my Wii U, my 3DS is over there charging. I would love to be able to just, have a 3DS game download in the background while I'm playing my Wii U, because I'm automatically at the store, and then I go over and I start playing a solo campaign or something. So those are my expectations, as well as my predictions, if you will, for what I think about the next generation rumors. I don't think that a lot of this stuff is going to come true. I think that most of it is just smoke that people are blowing, because let's face it, the idea of automatically breaking a console, more or less, to automatically say, well, I'm not going to buy the next generation PlayStation because it doesn't play used games. That automatically justifies it more as a reason to not buy it, rather than just say, I'm not going to buy it. Because I'm that kind of person. I'm the kind of person to just say, well, I'm not going to buy a PlayStation 3 right now because it costs $600. But when it went down to $300, I bought Slim, because that was more for my price range. And that's sort of the same way that I feel now. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, if it doesn't play used games, I'm not going to buy it. You know, because there'll be some way to get around it, and I don't think they're gonna really use that technology. But I do like the idea of just simply saying, well, this thing costs like $800. It's not for me right now. I'm just gonna wait till the price drops. That's easier to say than just simply snubbing your nose and saying, no, I'm not gonna get it because it's Nintendo, or because it blocks used games, or because I need a constant internet connection. Because those are silly reasons. It's not going to use them. It's not going to block used games. I'm almost certain of it. Because that would automatically turn off an entire economy. GameStop, EB Games, they go out of business. The fact that I could take a game over to my brother-in-law's house and share a game with him and show him, hey, this game is really nice, and he gets interested and he buys it. Now he's a lifelong fan. He buys every single game that comes out for this particular franchise in the future, and now he has a fan for life because I shared it. I don't think that's going to happen. It's really silly, and the internet connection, again, gone over reasons for that. But these, of course, are just my opinions. Make sure you share yours, because I would love to hear what you have to think about this particular topic. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's been kind of long-winded, and I've also realized I've gone around in circles about it, and I apologize for that too. But regardless, I'll see you guys next time.